Greetings from Central Festival Mall here in Pattaya, Thailand. And I don't know about you, but I can't think of a better way to spend my last full day here than going to the dentist. So in this one, I'll be taking a walk over to a dental clinic where I have an appointment at 1:30. And it's currently 12:55, so I should be able to get there in time. And I'll be getting my teeth cleaned and a laser whitening. But first we need to get out of this lovely air-conditioned mall. And it looks like they're gearing up for the Lunar New Year. And down at that end of the mall is Beach Road. And of course the beach. But we're gonna head on up to Second Road, and I'll walk along that for a bit, and then I'll head up to Soi Buakhao and take that over to Pattaya South Road. And that's where the dental clinic where I have my appointment is. And I'll talk a little bit about that along the way. And outside today, it is 32 degrees, and it feels a lot worse than that with the humidity. But shopping malls are very common all over this country, as are 7-Elevens. And I think the nice air conditioning provided by these facilities make them definitely something you'll be popping into quite often if you ever visit this country. And I just took the bot bus over here. So it cost me about 38 cents. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. But now we're outside in the scorching heat. And that is Second Road. And there is the Somerset Hotel, and that looks like an absolutely fantastic property. And they have a nice rooftop pool and what looks to be a water slide. If I ever come back here, I'll have to stay there. And last time I was abroad, I was meaning to get my teeth done. I just never got around to it, as I no longer have dental coverage or any health benefits at all in Canada. I tried to make an appointment at a very well-known, reputable clinic just up on Soi Buakhao, but they were fully booked for at least a week. So I tried to book at the next well-known thing, and they were also fully booked. But there's a number of smaller, lesser-known clinics that had appointments, so I found one. There's really no consultation or anything. I just walked in, asked when they had an appointment for a checkup and cleaning, and I inquired about laser whitening. And that was all it took for her to book me an appointment for today. I figured there might be a bit of a consult or something to make sure I'm a good candidate for that whitening process, but nope. This is a one-way street, and crossing the street here is a bit like Vietnam on easy mode. There is a marked crossing here. So this is Second Road. And to the south of here is Beach Road. That's a one-way road in the opposite direction. There's a bot bus, so you can flag that down. And that will go all the way over to Nakula Beach, I believe, past where Terminal 21 shopping mall is. That'll cost you 10 baht. And at the end of this video, I'll show you where you can catch the bot bus to Jomtien. And just on the left here is a new bar complex. This used to be known as Made in Thailand. Now it is Midnight. And just on the left is the Pattaya Night Bazaar. A very big market full of but I guess you could say are a lot of dupes. Get a lot of t-shirts, travel luggage, sunglasses, and that sort of thing. No prices on anything. You do have to do a little bit of haggling. In fact, I got this Patagonia hat at a place quite similar to this. And this hat cost me 250 baht. 100 baht is around $3.80 Canadian. But the night market is absolutely huge. My friend who's here with me, Dehan, bought a few items in there earlier. He made the trip over with me. I'm going to have to try to track him down at the end of this one. So the dental cleaning is 900 baht. I think that's somewhere around 35 or 36 Canadian dollars. And the laser whitening was 4,500 baht. It's about $170. And in Canada, laser whitening typically goes for about $800 to $1,000. I think I've seen it even as high as $1,500, $1,600. So let's say 800 plus. And I've not had the pearliest of white teeth throughout my life. Give you a brief glimpse. Maybe I'll do a before and after. I do brush and floss religiously. My teeth have always just kind of been more of an off-white. So I'm really curious to see how this comes out. As long as they don't cause any permanent damage. For what I'm paying, it's definitely worth a go. A lot of people changing money. And one of the reasons for that is a lot of the ATMs have around a 200 baht fee. So it's about $8 just to make a withdrawal with your bank card. So the old-fashioned way of just bringing a chunk of cash and changing as you go is quite popular in this country. Do check the rates and get a receipt when you change money. Most of these places have rates in line with one another, but every once in a while you find one that's off the mark by a fair bit. And you can head down to the beach through that complex. A lot of motorbikes for rent in this town. It is not the most pedestrian-friendly of environments. I think not just bikes would have a field day in a country like this. So it is 1:03. I've got 27 minutes to get there. There's a hotel that I don't think has opened, and I was here a year ago, and it wasn't open then either, the Kavara Hotel. Not sure what the story is with it. Maybe we'll walk along Second Road here up to Avenue, which is a shopping complex. And then we'll head up to Buakhao. There's a lot of these popping up here. That is the Edge condo, and behind it is the base. And you'll find units for there listed on various booking sites, and I think Airbnb as well. I prefer the hotel experience when I travel. I like having a front desk and concierge, and the option of having daily house cleaning. One thing I have not done is get a massage on this trip. Go on. So hopefully this dental visit goes well. There are ways to get your teeth done for somewhat cheap back home. You can use student services, and a lot of dentists will cut you a break if you tell them you don't have any health benefits or coverage. I think it's still significantly cheaper to get your teeth done here. All right, let's head away from the busyness that is Second Road, and we'll head up through Avenue here. The McD's and the Starbucks. This is kind of a failed complex. A lot of the retail on the second floor and throughout here is vacant. There used to be a bowling alley in here. There's still a movie theater apparently. Let's take a little detour. There's a little arcade, but it is not air conditioned. So hopefully they've got some good fans going on. And this is an affordable place to get some street food style eats. I think a pad thai in here goes about 70 baht. And again, 100 baht is about 380 Canadian. Fish and chips, 95 baht. Real fruit smoothie, 50 baht. I once read that there was a thought to turn this into a Nana Plaza type complex. As you can see, there's nothing going on up there. And just up this street is a hotel I stayed at, the Amethyst, and I posted a review of that on my other channel, Johnny Stumbles. That review has garnered a lot of views. I should have put it on this channel. That's the closest thing to a quote-unquote 5-star hotel you'll find in this area. The star ratings of hotels in this city, and Thailand for that matter, are grossly inflated. There's the Travelodge. That's a fantastic budget hotel. Hilariously, I think it's billed as a 4-star. The rooms are simple. It's got a great rooftop pool. It's clean and relatively modern. If you're on a shoestring budget, definitely check it out. The sign there says walk-in rate starting from 1,000 baht a night. Imagine staying in a decent hotel for $38 Canadian a night. I think online that'll probably run you in the 40s, although hotel prices obviously fluctuate dramatically based on if it's the busy season or not. And I think this is the busy season. There's not much in the way of happy hour specials on Walking Street. All right, it is 1:12. I should be doing okay for time. Adjusting the camera, which is heating up quite dramatically. This place here, the Hideaway, used to host a weekly meetup with the YouTuber Kev in Thailand, who unfortunately passed away from throat cancer. He was updating his whole ordeal on his channel. He is an extremely nice guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him once. And there is the Amethyst. Hands down the best hotel in this area. Maybe the Somerset is better. That's a little bit out of the way. That's where I started. Just to the left here on Soi Buakhao is the popular LK metro area. And then just past that is Tree Town. And in my Songkran video, during the final day of the big water festival, I walked that way and got absolutely drenched. Fuck you. Okay. You do not normally get honked at here. That was just a foreigner who probably doesn't have a motorcycle license. That is one thing, they will rent you a bike without a license. And in some parts of Thailand, it's quite common to get a little shakedown from the authorities. I know some people that were pulled over and paid, I guess, what you could call a small fine on the spot. Soi Buakhao is a two-way street. It's generally preferable to walk in the opposite direction of traffic. That way you can see what's coming on, but do keep an eye out over your shoulder every once in a while. Pawn shop, sell second hand. I did a video with Daehan over in Jomtien, which is much more laid back than this. Dare I say it's also more family friendly. There's the Holiday Inn Express, which shortly after it opened, there was a fire. That damaged part of that hotel. I'm gonna show up to my dental appointment soaking in sweat. Maybe I should have taken a bot bus to it. Motorbikes for rent. On Koh Samui, they're about 500 baht a day. That's about 20 bucks. I'm not sure what they are here. I've seen too many people I know rent a bike and have a spill and end up with skin that resembles more of a pizza than how it should look. Hey, this is Action Street. But I am not going to follow my own advice. I'm going to go to the other side of the street as that appears to be shaded. I'm kind of walking with the sun beaming down on me here. Oil massage, 1 hour, 200 baht. There's the bot bus. They go both ways on Soi Buakhao. So parallel to the left of this is Third Road, and to the right, Second Road. I checked the dental clinic takes credit card. I've got my 0 foreign transaction fee card on me, but I also have enough cash to pay for it if that fails. I forgot to point it out, but we walked past a hospital earlier. Here's when you want to look over your shoulder, stepping wide around a vehicle, make sure no one's sneaking up behind you. There's a big market just up here on the right. I don't know about big, but yeah, I believe that is Pattaya South Road straight ahead. say that as I point the camera left. And the dental clinic should be just around the corner on the right here. Not sure how trustworthy Google reviews are, but I think it got like a 4.5 or 4.6 out of 5 in general. We are going to this place, Pattaya Smile Dental Clinic. And off in this direction will take you down to walking streets. There it is. So gonna look at some of the services they offer. I'm not gonna record inside, that's a little too close quarters. But we're gonna head in. Well, I wish I wore my sandals. I don't really want to leave my Vivos out here in front, but all right, I'm gonna head in and get my teeth cleaned and whitened, I hope. And I'll come back and update how that went. And we are done, and that came to 6,100 baht, which is about $231 Canadian. And here's the end result of the laser teeth whitening. I don't know how much you could really see, but definitely a few shades whiter. And I ended up getting a deep cleaning, not just the standard cleaning. He said I needed it. And he spotted one cavity, which I'll have to get filled in the very near future. Now we're gonna head down to Second Road, and I'll finish up right where this road meets that one. And it is still bloody hot out. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm not supposed to drink coffee or tea or cola or red wine or any dark or deep colored food, in his words. And if I do, I need to rinse thoroughly with water right after. I'm gonna Google more about that, as I'm not sure I can live without coffee for 2 weeks, but we'll see. It's kind of an interesting procedure. After the cleaning, he shoved a bunch of gauze in my mouth to cover my gums, and they covered them in a bleaching agent, and then it was 20 minutes of just sitting still, not moving, while the laser did its thing. And then they repeated the process. So what time is it? It is 3:05. I went there at 1:30, or that's right when my appointment started. And I finished pretty much right at 3, so they were spot on with their hour and a half that they told me it would take. All right, let's get some coffee, drink some red wine, and maybe eat some red curry. He did say there was a little discoloration on one of the teeth that will blend in with the rest of them after a few weeks of using a fluoride toothpaste, which I do anyways. and my friend Dahan, aka Bart, went to the Sanctuary of Truth. A big tourist attraction here while I was doing that, but that's a bit out of the way, so I'm going to meet him just up this way, I think in about 15 minutes or so. There's a big market across the street. This stretch of Pattaya in particular doesn't really feel like Pattaya. It feels a lot like any other town in the city. Pattaya's got kind of its own unique feel to it. And there's a temple on the right. There's not many of those in this area. Over on the way to Jomtien, there's a hill that features a large Buddha on top. There's a street food market. Maybe I should be on that side of the street. There's a coffee shop over there. Don't know if I'll have another point to exit. I went in that way. There's a baht bus. Just hand the driver 10 baht per person for your trip. Although if you're coming from Jomtien into Pattaya, if you don't get off at this intersection and you cross over and keep heading along Second Road, they'll often ask you for a second 10 baht. That's Wat Chimongren Royal Monastery. We are approaching Pattaya South Road and Second Road. So just straight ahead on the left is the start of Walking Street. Looks like I have an opportunity to cross here. And just over there, you can queue up to take a baht bus to Jomtien for 10 baht. Anyways, I think that's about it. I'm gonna find a cold, clear beverage at a place to wait for a bit while I wait for a message from Dahan that he's back in the area. I hope you enjoyed this one. Even if you've ever had your teeth worked on in Thailand, I'm curious to hear your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.